Welcome back to the World Youth Day Pilgrim video series. In this video, we will hear from Michael Horace, a seasoned World Youth Day veteran who has led many World Youth Day pilgrimages for the Archdiocese of Portland in Oregon, and is the chair of the World Youth Day USA advisory team. Michael shares with us the details of what we will need to know to get ready to participate in this pilgrimage this summer in Krakow. He reminds us that getting ready for a pilgrimage is different than packing for a vacation or any other trip, and he identifies specific suggestions on what to bring and other ways to prepare for this experience. Michael will spend time explaining best practices with using a smartphone as part of the World Youth Day pilgrimage experience. He notes that while they can definitely enhance the experience because of their usefulness, they can be expensive, and we must always have backup plans, as they will not be the most reliable tools when joined with the hundreds of thousands of other pilgrims at World Youth Day. Finally, Michael concludes this video with some great reminders and tips to prepare spiritually for our great pilgrimage to Krakow.
Hi, I'm Michael Horace from the Archdiocese of Portland in Oregon, and I want to share with you a few travel tips as you prepare for your pilgrimage to Krakow, Poland. First, what clothes do you pack for World Youth Day? Well, dress is pretty casual at World Youth Day, and there are no fashion police around, so dress for comfort. The temperature should be in the 70s during the day and in the 50s overnight. Shorts and t-shirts are just fine, but remember that your shoulders and knees will need to be covered to enter most churches. Pack efficiently and minimally. Most clothes can be worn a few times before they require laundering, so go easy on the amount of clothes that you bring. Remember, it's a pilgrimage, not a vacation. If you must launder some clothes, you can easily wash them in a sink with some detergent that you bring from home, or even some shampoo if that's all that you have. Make sure that the shoes that you bring are well broken in, and be sure to bring a second set of shoes as a backup. You may want to purchase a foot care kit from a drugstore before you depart to deal with any foot issues, especially blisters. My tip here is to throw in a second set of socks in your backpack during World Youth Day, and mid-afternoon each day, change into them. Your feet will thank you for switching to a dry, clean pair of socks midday. You should bring a good day pack from home. It can also serve as your carry-on bag for your overseas flight. As you may know, World Youth Day will be giving you a backpack as part of your pilgrim pack. But in my experience, it makes a great souvenir, but I'll do much better with the backpack that I bring from home. It'll serve me a lot better. Some things that you'll want to carry in your day pack each day include a jacket or sweater for the cool mornings and evenings, a water bottle, snacks, rain gear or umbrella, sunscreen, some toilet paper, your rosary and a pilgrim journal, a portable phone charger and charging cable, and a small radio and headphones for simultaneous translation that'll happen at the big events. Rather than bring a fancy water bottle from home, I just purchase a soda bottle somewhere along the way, and I just use that as my water bottle. They're sturdy, they don't leak in my backpack, and if I lose it, it's really easy to replace. So, now let's talk time. Krakow is in the Central European time zone, and they observe daylight savings just as most of America does. During World Youth Day, Krakow will be 6 hours ahead of our Eastern time zone and 9 hours ahead of our Pacific time zone. So when it's 6 p.m. in Krakow, it'll be noon in New York and 9 a.m. in Los Angeles. Oh, and by the way, make sure that you understand how to read a 24-hour clock, also known as military time, because that's how you'll see time listed throughout Europe. Just remember that any time listed as 12 or less is AM. Anything listed greater than 12, you'll need to subtract 12 to get the PM time. So when you see 18 listed as the time for an event, you'll subtract 12 to give you 6, or 6 p.m. The time zone change during your overseas travel can make the first couple of days of your journey pretty tough as you adjust to your new local time. Travel experts recommend that you sleep as best as you can on the overseas flight to Europe, and then do everything you can to stay up all day until the local bedtime on your first day. As for travel documentation, to enter Poland, American citizens will need a U.S. passport that is valid for at least 3 months past World Youth Day. American citizens will not need a travel visa to enter Poland. If you're not an American citizen, be sure to check your country's American consulate or embassy to see if you'll need a travel visa to travel to Poland. Although the American embassy in Poland is in Warsaw, we're fortunate that an American consulate is located in the heart of Poland, the heart of Krakow, just off the main square. Think of a consulate as a branch office of an embassy. Their job is to assist Americans who are in Poland and to help you if you lose your passport or have any other major issues during your stay. Now, let's talk about electricity in Poland in case you're bringing any electronic devices. Europe uses 220 volt electricity, while America uses 110 volt. Most of today's modern electronics will be able to handle either voltage just fine. You can check your device by looking at your power charger and reading the tiny little print on it. If it says input AC 110-240V, then your device can handle power in both American sockets and European sockets. So in that case, you will not need a separate device to convert your voltage. However, you will need a plug adapter for your devices because Europe uses round prongs instead of the flat prongs used in the US. They're cheap and they're easy to find in the travel section of any department store or in any travel store. A smartphone can be a versatile and valuable tool that you may want to consider bringing on your pilgrimage. Now let's be clear. A smartphone is in no way required for your pilgrimage. Catholics have been journeying on pilgrimages for 2,000 years and have done just fine without them. But in today's connected world, a smartphone can help you stay in communication, help you navigate your way, and inform you of the weather, World Youth Day schedule changes, and especially emergency instructions if there's ever some type of an emergency. You have a couple of options for using a smartphone in Poland. One option is to bring an unlocked cell phone with you and purchase a country-specific SIM card, either in advance or once you arrive in the country that you're visiting. Another option is renting a country-specific cell phone. Perhaps the simplest solution could be using your own phone in Poland with a temporary calling plan, an international calling plan, from your American cell carrier. Contact your carrier for more information on this option. 2 cautions. First, it's essential that you understand how the international plan works and what the limits are on the phone, text, and data. At home, you may regularly use several gigabytes of data, but that same amount could cost you hundreds of dollars overseas if you don't plan properly. And second, don't forget to limit or even turn off background data on your phone during your pilgrimage to minimize your data use. Your housing site, as well as local coffee shops, may have free or pay-as-you-go Wi-Fi. Just like in the US, be cautious when using public Wi-Fi. Always verify the network name and password with the facility staff. One thing to keep in mind is that tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of pilgrims may be trying to use the same Wi-Fi signal or the same cellular signal that you are at the same time. So don't be surprised if your phone's communication is unreliable. The World Youth Day organizers are certainly aware of this situation, and they'll be adding temporary cell towers at all of the major venues. So, the lesson here is to always have a backup plan in case your phone goes off the grid. And be sure to download as much as you can in advance to be able to use your phone offline. There are some great travel apps out there that will help you in Krakow, such as currency exchange apps, navigation apps, and translation apps. Did you know that the World Youth Day organizers even have an official app? It's called Pilgrim. This app, when it's available, will include area maps, venue maps, World Youth Day schedules, World Youth Day guides, the local weather report, and even some translation assistance. If you have a smartphone in Krakow, this is a must-have app. Another recommended app for American World Youth Day pilgrims is called Pilgrimage. This app, created by the American Bible Society and the U.S. Bishop's World Youth Day Office, will offer World Youth Day information specifically for American pilgrims. It'll also have tools for reflecting on scriptures and for continuing your World Youth Day journey after Krakow. The Pilgrimage app is also something that stateside pilgrims, your family, and your friends back home can use to journey with you. When the Pilgrim and Pilgrimage apps are available, links will be posted at www.wydusa.org. The tips that I've shared with you focus on the logistics of your pilgrimage. Remember that you also need to focus on your spiritual preparation for World Youth Day as well. This includes research and reflection on what is pilgrimage, the World Youth Day, who are the World Youth Day patron saints, and read Pope Francis's World Youth Day message to young people. And of course, you'll want to be regularly attending Mass, going to reconciliation, and praying daily. I hope that these preparation tips have helped. Have a great, safe, and transformative pilgrimage. We'll see you in Krakow.
Blessed are the merciful, blessed are the merciful, for it is mercy that shall be shown to those who show mercy.